What's up, Bulldogs? All right, I guess we haven't done one of these let's take off our shirts and talk about it videos in a while. I used to do live streams of this, but I got an email from a guy. He makes a lot of videos about my videos and sends me a lot of emails, but I was going to answer this one because he says here, we may not see eye to eye on everything, but I give you a lot of respect for being obese and now you're thin, and you worked out very hard and became muscular, and this is his story. I'm not sure who he is, but he says, I respect you. Now, I'm not making excuses. There are people that are super brilliant and smart, and you're one of them. And I don't know how you help people that are stupid, like my red MAGA friend. Well, send me your videos. Maybe you can make him a winner. I do not know. That'd be a good video for you, Johnny boy. How do you make stupid people smart? And he goes on to say, and I'm not making fun of, this is another email, of anyone, but you being a highly intelligent person, how would you help a guy who is stupid and very brainwashable? I think brainwash, okay. Because I believe everyone deserves help. You have your Lamborghini who don't have confidence, but you also have your Pintos who don't have confidence, okay. It's easy to help the supermodel men with no confidence. Can you help the fat and dumb and hairy man with no confidence? Okay, so let's talk about this. I mean, I think it is worth discussing. This point is essentially, how do you make stupid people smart, right? What do you do? How do you help a guy who's stupid and very brainwashable? There's a couple things, right? There's a couple things, right? So the biggest thing is this, is that we get in our own way, right? I get in my own way, you get in your own way, we get in our own way, right? And so if you want to help someone who's dumb, right? Who's brainwashed, who's susceptible to, and this is so many people, this is so many, it's like you've got to teach people how to think for themselves. Now, how do you teach a person how to think for themselves? I don't know. I don't have a great answer for you. Like, like how did I start thinking for myself? Because I was stupid, I was brainwashable. All right. You could wash my brain. And honestly, I think it starts with, I think the path of self-actualization, I think it actually starts with pain. I think it starts with discipline. I think that's what it starts with. I think it starts with putting yourself in difficult situations, going through pain that you bring upon yourself, right? I think that, see, the thing is, like, stupid people are weak people. That's really what the problem is like the reason why you're dumb, the reason why you're brainwashable is because you're weak. See, and they're very connected. It's very connected. I mean, when you look at the people that are screaming and yelling and on the on X and stuff, and just complaining about just these stupid positions that they have, political positions, and freaking out about Elon Musk and Teslas, and all, like, it's like they're weak. They're weak. You don't see strong people. You don't see people who are disciplined, who have put themselves through pain, who have become resilient. You don't see them doing that stupid stuff. Why? If I had to guess, I would say it's because when you put yourself through pain, right? When you put yourself through hardship, right? Let me give you an example, right? So I just ran up a mountain. All right, it was pretty fucking hard. All right, I'm doing 75 hard. I'm on day, what is it, like 54? All right. My 75 hard is not your 75 hard. My 75 hard is going to the gym for an hour in the morning and lifting heavy, and then it's running for an hour in the afternoon, running up mountains, and then on Sundays, just for the fuck of it, it's a long run, right? Which might be 10, 15 miles. It'll get up to 20 miles on top of doing the other workout. All right, my 75 hard is fasting until 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock every day. Like today, I didn't eat at all. All right, I just went to the gym for an hour, waking up at 5 in the morning, and then worked all day. And then when I was done working, went and ran up a mountain for an hour, still didn't eat, and then I ate. And then I ate 250 grams, probably would be 300 grams of protein by the end of the night. Okay, so what am I trying to tell you here? So then I come on this video with my shirt off because I don't give a fuck. Because I don't give a fuck anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I'm being a little bit crazy, but when you do hard stuff, when you force yourself to do difficult things, when you develop the mental discipline and resilience to do that, you're not brainwashable. Okay, you're not as stupid. Like you're going to have to think for yourself. Why? Why is this the case? Because it is the path of self-actualization. Because you learn about yourself through pain. That's how we learn about ourselves, and that's how we become self-reliant. And that's really what it comes down to. Is that, you see, people that are not very smart, people that are brainwashed and just listen to whatever anyone tells them and don't know how to think for themselves, is because they're not self-reliant. They don't trust themselves. They need someone else to tell them how to think. They need someone else's judgment to tell them whether they're good or not. But see, when you do hard stuff, when you put yourself through difficult things, when you willingly bring pain upon yourself, you learn about yourself because you got to self-examine. Because look, it's not easy. It's not easy. Like when I was done working today, I was hungry. Okay, you think I wanted to run up a fucking mountain? You think I wanted to do that? I did not want to do that. Okay, like there's a part of me that did want to do it. That's like, oh yeah, I want to see, can I get all the way up today? But the majority of me did not want to do that, right? And so I have to push myself. So I have to self-examine. I have to say, who the fuck are you? Who actually the fuck are you? Right? That's what I have to ask myself, that question every day. Right? And now don't get me wrong. Okay, I fell off the wagon for a couple years. Where I mean, to my version of falling off the, not your version of falling off the wagon now, because I was still going to the gym. I was still doing hard shit. But my version of falling off the wagon. All right. And so yeah, so I know what it's like to fall backwards, but I have to ask myself that question every single day of who the fuck are you? And I got to answer that question to the affirmative. I know who the fuck I am. And when you know who the fuck you are, you don't need someone else to tell you how to think. And that's what it is. That's how you start down the path of self-actualization. And then what you do is you read a lot of books. Because that's what, look, it was magic. It was magic. It was luck. I didn't get myself down the path of self-actualization. I'm sorry, but I did not. It's not even possible. How would one even do that? How does one even do that? You don't. You don't. Maybe what is in you does, but you don't. Right? Like if you look at what I just told you, and I didn't plan this out ahead of time, but it just has become very obvious to me, is that I started running. And when I started running, I started listening to audiobooks. Those things in conjunction transformed my life. They transformed my thinking. They built my self-reliance. They built my sense of self-judgment or internal locus of control. They paved the path to wisdom, to learning how to think for myself. So that's it. That's the thing. It's like, but how do you do this? How do you actually take someone and make them go down this path? It's a really good fucking question, because I don't have the answer to that question. I don't know. If I knew, right, then dumbass in the comments wouldn't leave a dumbass comment like you're about to do. I know who you are. You're gonna leave a dumbass comment, right? So like you're watching my videos every single fucking day, right? And you know who you are, but you're still stupid. Like, and I'm not saying it because, like, I love you. That's why you're still here. But you're still stupid, right? So what am I supposed to do? How am I going to get you to become self-actualized in some way, to start to think for yourself? To, you think the problem is you think you're thinking for yourself, right? You think that you are, because you're just parroting what someone told you, but you think it's your original thought somehow. I don't know how you think it is, but you do. And so how do you get a person like that, right? How do you get them? I mean, you can't do it. Like, they have to want it. They have to want something, right? For me, what did I want? I wanted to have a different life. I wanted to be a champion for once in my life. I wanted to not be a fat, lonely, shy loser anymore. I wanted women. I wanted money. I wanted status. I wanted people to respect me and to look up to me and to say, there goes John. I wanted people to be amazed by me. That's what I wanted, right? Because I wanted something better for myself in my life. And so I had a moment where I realized that I needed to make a change. And I needed to make drastic changes in my life. And I needed to start doing uncomfortable things that scared me. I needed to start doing things that I didn't want to do. And I couldn't make excuses anymore. See, if you have excuses, if you have reasons why, you're going to remain dumb. You're going to remain stupid. You're gonna remain brainwashable. So that's the thing. It's like you can't make someone do that. They have to have this want. They have to reach a point in their life where they're like, no, I'm done with this bullshit. I'm done with this bullshit. And I've seen it. I've seen guys transform. I'm not the only one. I've helped guys transform. But they've come to me wanting to transform. Or sometimes they've come to me wanting to bitch and complain, and I didn't let them. And so they had no other choice besides to go down the path of self-actualization. They had to take on the pain because no one was there to coddle them, right? So sometimes we're just too coddled. People, they laugh behind your back, but to your face they're polite. It doesn't do you any good because you don't realize how stupid you are. Again, I've been there. I've been stupid. Sometimes I'm still stupid. But yeah, I don't know. How do you do it? How do you make someone change? How do you make them? I don't know. I don't think that you can. I really don't think that you can. I don't think that you can. I mean, it's like this. I was talking to my wife the other night because we were talking about some podcast that she was listening to about men and women, and this guy was sharing some of the stuff about the difficulties that men have in the dating market and stuff, and she was sort of getting that part, but I actually took the opposite side. I was like, man, these guys are pussies. I was like, life is supposed to be fucking hard. Like, most men throughout history, they did not reproduce. It will always be like that. And she's like, well, yeah, but we can help them. We can teach men how to be men. And I was like, yeah, it doesn't even fucking matter, honestly. Like, I mean, yes, we do want to do that, obviously, right? But the thing is like if every guy was masculine man and was not a fucking pussy like they are, right? Then what would happen? Women would still want the top 10% of those men. So it's actually easier than any time in life to be a man now, to be an alpha man. Because how many men are obese? Like, oh, you could go to the gym, you can get like there's things you can do. You have social mobility, like you've got the internet, you've got AI, like oh my god, like there's so much opportunity. Like so many men are the bar is so low. But my point is what I'm getting to at this was that I told her, I was like, look, we can't save the world, right? I did a video on this a long time ago and I was like, I cannot save the world. But what I can do is I have a spaceship. The world is fucked. I have a spaceship. And if you want to get on the spaceship and we're going to fly off and let this fucking planet blow the fuck up, then you get on the spaceship and I will save the ones I can. And that's what we'll do is we'll save the ones we can. We'll put the message out there, right? Nicole and I do this podcast, Better Than Perfect podcast. It's fucking everything you need to know in order to build the most successful relationship that you will have, that you could possibly have, right? I mean, I can't, it seems like exaggeration, but I'm not fucking exaggerating. We have a nearly perfect, it's better than perfect relationship. That's what we call it, better than perfect. We don't fight, we don't argue, we don't even snap at each other or say snide remarks to each other or nasty things. We just have sex and enjoy each other's company all the fucking time. I'm not saying we haven't worked through issues. Of course we have. But that's, even then, it was majority just what I just described. You understand? That's why I'm giving this advice. But my point is this. I know I'm going off on lots of tangents, but I'm just having fun here. So whatever the fuck, is this. My point is this. You can't save anyone. Not that doesn't want to be saved. What you can do is you can offer the path. And the other thing I told her about it is like the guys that, the people who are going to be saved, they're going to be saved with or without us. They'll find some other one, some other mentor, some other teacher, some other path, because they have it in them. We're just providing the service, but they'll find their way. You can't stop them. It's like you couldn't stop me. I was going to find my way somehow. And so what I'm telling you is this, is that all you can do is create the path, is give guidance, but you can't make someone, you can bring a horse of water, but you can't make him drink. It's true. You cannot do it. You can only create the opportunity. You can only be there. You can only, that's why I create these videos and this content, is because, if you want what I have to offer for you, you can come and get it. But majority of people are not. That, it's not a popular message. There's a reason why my videos don't get very many views anymore. And it's not just because of whatever. It's because the message is not popular. It's not going to be popular. It's fine. But it's not what you want to hear, but it's the truth. It'll get you where you want to go. The right people will find that path and they'll take it and they'll thank me for it. And if you're one of them, you get it. If you're not one of them, but you just watch these fucking videos every day anyway, someday Like you want, like there's some part of you that wants to actually transform and grow, that understands what I'm saying subconsciously. Otherwise, you wouldn't be keeping on watching these videos. But I can't make you. Some point, someday, on your own, when you're like, all right, I had enough of this bullshit life. I'm ready to have a better fucking life. Then you stop being stupid. You stop being brainwashed. But until then, hey, if you want some tips, if you're like on the edge of this, where do you start? If you've recognized this in yourself, which again, if you have the self knowledge to recognize this, good. Where do you start? Go sign up for a marathon. Go fucking run. Go to the gym. Go lift weight. Go do some really fucking hard shit. I'm not just talking about going to the gym and lifting weights and getting. I'm talking about doing some really hard physical shit that's gonna push you to your limit, that you're not going to want to do, that you're not, it's not fun. And listen to some audiobooks while you're doing that shit. That's it. I'll see you tomorrow.